Hi all, my name is Ashwin Ramanathan, and I am delighted to bring to you Vida, a global knowledge-sharing platform that brings together eclectic audiences and international musicians to help develop a deeper understanding of classical music at its core. Vida is the culmination of the thoughts and ideas of the founders over the past several years. With the pandemic serving as a catalyst, the founders have brought together education and philanthropy under the backdrop of one of their passions, classical music. The founders of Vida are thrilled to bring to you fascinating content, access to some of the greatest musicians across the world, and an avenue to help develop a deeper understanding of classical music. Your support is crucial to the success of Vida, so please give us a like, subscribe to Vida's YouTube channel, and follow us on social media to be up to date on our most recent content. With that said, Vida is excited to bring to you our first musician series, where we dive deep into the lives and music of two fantastic musicians, Patrice Calixte and Frank Jenkins, from the beautiful city of Austin, Texas. Please enjoy. So, going into the type of music you play, what genre do you play? And are there different styles within your genre? And if there are, do you follow a particular style?
Yeah, well, I mean, I play mostly classical. I can do some jazz. I'm not great at it. I can like obviously I can do some pops and like stuff like that, but mostly classical. And in classical music, there are like a lot of different styles depending on the period in which the pieces were composed. So Bach is not played the same way as Tchaikovsky, for example. And
Right.
I do try to um, be as stylistically accurate as I can, depending on the piece that I'm playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like one playing style you particularly follow
No,
throughout, so it
no.
kind of changes depending on the
Yeah,
composition.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm strictly classical. Is really that's my training and that's my really my understanding. I don't improvise. I don't compose. I don't really spend much time in other genres unless someone writes a piece for me. There was actually a piece I really wanted to play for this project that is all based on blues, but it was very challenging. I mean, it is very challenging. So in the time frame, I couldn't make it work. But yeah, it's all like what you'd consider European Western classical. Yeah, for sure.
Got it. So in terms of what you listen to, what genres do you listen to other than classical music?
I listen to pretty much everything except rap. I'm not a huge fan of rap, and I don't listen to heavy metal either. But other than that, I like country, I like blues, jazz, pop music,
Yeah.
everything. I
Being in Texas, I mean, you have to listen to country music.
exactly, I do like it. I like
Yeah.
I can. It depends on my mood, but I listen to pretty much everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you listen to particular genres growing up more so?
Not particularly. I don't. I mean, my dad is from Haiti, so
Okay.
we listen to a lot of like Creole music
Oh, okay.
at home. But other than that, not really like any genre in particular.
Okay.
Oh, I listen to pretty much anything but classical music. I don't listen to a lot of classical music. Yeah, I pretty much everything. You know that I'm really nothing is off limits. I've been listening to a lot of heavy metal lately, and that's been a really interesting thing. A lot of subgenres in there, a lot of really interesting influences, and actually a lot of crossover. I think with classical traditions too. So that's been fun.
How often do you listen to classical music?
I'd say pretty often. Not a whole lot actually. I do when I listen to classical music a lot of the time I listen to opera. I really like
Okay.
opera. Classical music I do listen if sometimes I'm in the mood so I listen to it, but a lot of my listening to classical music is studying for score studying for when I'm preparing for something or stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Do you collaborate with musicians of other genres and styles?
Not nearly enough. Yeah, I pretty much stick to that very narrow track, and that's actually something I'm hoping to, even with this, getting the call to do something with you is like, wow, this is a great opportunity, But I definitely need help getting outside of my own comfort zone in my own training. That's I have a very narrow window that I'm comfortable in, and that's something I'd like to change. There's just a lot of things I know I'm missing. So
I probably do. Right now, off the top of my head, I can't think. But I've certainly played in, I don't know if it counts, but I've played in orchestra with mambo groups or jazz groups or stuff like that. But it's always orchestrated in a classical kind of way. But it's, I've never been part of a group that's something other than classical, I guess. But I've done some freelancing in different genres.
Okay.
Mm.
So would you, in those experiences, would you call that or classify that as fusion? I know that's kind of a loose term, but how do you classify that?
I guess fusion's a good word. I mean, the violin has a certain role. I guess it's lyrical and it's so a lot of the time, to my knowledge, to what I've done, it's always kind of used in the same, a similar way. Okay. Where it's melodic and everything like that. So yeah.
Well,
do you feel that classical music is culturally collaborative? If yes, how so? If no, how would you recommend collaborating across different styles of classical music?
Is classical music culturally collaborative?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think it. I think it's actually quite elitist, mm-hmm. and it's very much not open in general to other influences unless they're appropriating them, right? Unless they're kind of taking these things and repackaging them, and I think that's a real problem. Because again, we miss out, we limit ourselves, right? I'm very limited in who I can work with and what I can do, and I think that's a problem. How do we change that? It's probably not a question we can answer today. How much tape do you have? Yeah, I don't know that I can go too far down that road, but yeah, I would say there's definitely a lot of opportunity for cultural collaboration in classical music, at least from my perspective, in being from this very specific Western European influenced classical, what we consider classical music, which we probably shouldn't call it that anyways. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity there we're missing.
I'd say it's probably not as collaborative as it could be.
Okay.
Even my perception of it is that, as I just said, answering the question before, I feel like violin has a certain role, but I'm not much of a pioneer myself. But I would love to be able to collaborate more with different genres personally, and just be more well versed, I guess, in different ways of using the violin itself.
Okay. So you're saying across culture, classical music as a whole.
Yeah.
It's
really classical music.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant across different genres and.
I mean different genres or different types of classical music.
Right. Yeah, in that case, I do think that there is a collaboration in classical music for sure. I think violin is probably one of the most used instrument in classical music.
Okay, makes sense.
So I would say whatever national park I can get to in 12 hours would be probably my favorite holiday destination right now. Yeah.
There's this French movie called Astérix Mission Cléopâtre, which is hilarious, and I can watch it anytime.
Really? thanks for watching. If you liked that video, please give us a like, subscribe to Vidha's YouTube channel, and follow us on social media to be up to date on our latest content.